Welcome to the podcast that makes you laugh, the show that every redneck rock star can relate to, bringing that fire on our podcast empire. It's the Neanderthals from Leander. We're live in Bassham Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. We're your host, Chris.
Chop.
Gator.
And Blake.
So I just failed putting my headphones on. How do you fail putting your headphones on?
I don't know. You did it, though.
So, this chair is super cool. It's dope. I have like a king's throne chair, right? But I don't know. I like it. Whatever. That's up for debate, I guess. But it doesn't like roll or anything. And I guess when I pulled my chair in, I got my headphone wire hooked underneath it. So then when I tried to put my headphones on, instead they got like yanked out of my hands. And it made me think of, have you ever like been mowing and you go under a tree or something and the tree rips your headphones out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Do you get enraged?
Oh, yeah.
Like somebody just slapped you or spit on you or something? But then there's nothing to yell at or fight?
The immediate reaction is like, I can go get a chainsaw right now.
That's exactly what I was going to say, and that's exactly what I do. And it's not usually rips my headphones out. It's like I fucking don't see it, and I walk straight into the motherfucker, and it like halfway knocks me out. You know?
Oh, no, and I guess it doesn't happen so much anymore because we've got the earbuds now. But like back when everything had cords and like if anything happens and it rips the cord out of your ear,
yeah,
it's like an assault, you know?
Or like you, it makes me think of like, have you ever gotten a belt loop stuck on like a door handle or something?
Yeah, you want to rip the door off the hinges?
Yeah.
Dude. And it defeats you, so you just stand there looking defeat.
Oh man, I just got punked by an inanimate object.
I guess I'm just stuck to this door now. I'm going to exist here like this now.
That makes me think of I saw a video. This is a while back, but it's a dude and he's clearly drunk, right? And he goes to do the like hop over the like barricade things in front of like a Target or Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes to hop over that, right? But his pants are sagging, so they catch on it. And so he falls forward over it, but his pants get pulled down. So he's stuck where like his pants are around his knees, around one side, and then it's like a complete circle from his pants around his knees up around his groin that like the pole is through the center of. So he can't even like stand back up or get over it because it's like a, 4-foot pole or something.
Yeah, and his ass is out.
Yeah.
God dang. You just gotta take
I think he straight up pulled a leg out of the pants and like had to, yeah.
And then ran away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck today, man.
I don't know, man. Yeah. It was just to get a laugh right before the show. That's what I was doing.
We all have those days.
Dude, that's happened to me pretty recently with headphones because so I have a Switch, right? A Nintendo Switch, and it doesn't have a like Bluetooth headphone motherfucker
option
on it. Yeah. So I have to plug in a normal set of headphones, and I was on the plane and I was like trying to get everything packed back up, but I guess I shut the cord inside the tray thing.
Dude, planes are really pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like I always am dropping, and now we've moved to the buds, right? So I don't even have a cord anymore. But even still, like inevitably, I'll go to take one out, and like I'll fumble with it, and it'll fall down between the fucking plane seats, which is impossible when there's like, a full row of people.
It falls in the fry hole?
Yeah, but in a plane, everything's a fry hole because they put you in this little tiny fucking seat, and like you got somebody next to you, so you can't hardly reach under or anything like that. You're just fucked. You're like, I guess I'm going without headphones for the rest of this fucking plane ride now. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like your only option at that point is to be like, hey, Ro, can the rest of you guys get out of here so I can look for my fucking earbud because I'm a dipshit?
Have you done that before?
Yes.
And like, if you drop your earbud in the kitchen, it just lands on the ground and you pick it back up. It's not a big deal. If you drop it in your living room, it's not a big deal.
You drop it in your toilet.
Even if you're at the grocery store, okay, no, maybe if you're at the if somebody's watching you, if like strangers are watching you and you drop an earbud, it like shoots across the floor like a fucking hockey puck, and then it goes under something farther than lower than you can reach like your hand under, and further than you can reach it.
Because it's time for new earbuds.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Kinda. Can you explain it a bit more?
Murphy.
Use it in a sentence.
You need to go talk to this dude named Murphy.
Yeah. That's what's up. Let's see what's in the box.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I like box. No.
No, that's not in the box.
Also no.
But hold on. So today we're drinking Elijah Craig Straight Rye.
Oh, good. These are two things that I like. I like rye, and I like Elijah Craig.
I'm not a rye guy. I like
Thank you.
bourbon. A rye? A rye?
Are you a rye guy?
A rye guy?
Things went awry for me somewhere along the way.
An array of awry.
Yeah, things went awry for sure. Here, give me your shot glasses, you fucking dickheads. Please.
Right behind you.
Don't be so mean, dude.
Respectfully.
Oh, that was the pop. You hear it?
Woo.
Yeah, it's Elijah Craig.
I'm on pins and needles, boy. So I got to bring up, we totally called Dennis Rodman going over and trying to get what's her name out, the WNBA player.
Did we really? I felt like I remembered doing that, but I didn't know if it was...
We at least talked about her and then said something about Dennis Rodman. So I don't know.
Was that on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this also.
Nice. Nailed it.
Yep. Nailed it.
We 100% accurately
Predicted the future.
Yeah,
this would be the way that this would turn out.
that's pretty cool.
I guess if you do enough episodes, right, you just start hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually we'll hit. We have to call them out, because there's so many.
We gotta be more specific about it next time, though.
Tink. Tink. So do we do all the same jokes that we did the first time, or do we do new jokes?
Oh, we don't even have to talk about it.
Or do we just go, what the fuck? Really? Like, the world is going to listen to us? This is just further evidence that we live in a fucking sitcom or something now.
Simulation.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, they're coming to us for news. They are relying on us to get the most up-to-date and
We make up the
accurate
most
news.
stupid bullshit that we can, and then reality's like, nah, hold my beer. I got you, bro.
For real, though, man.
No, I think what it is that, like, the powers that be in the world are just like, all right, how can we make this just as fucking ridiculously unbelievable?
The writers?
Oh, so they also sat down with a bottle of whiskey and figured this shit out.
No. They go, how do we make this as fucked up, ridiculous, unbelievable as we possibly can? They go, all right, check it out. I know this podcast.
The writers are listening to us. We're making headwind. Headwind? Headway?
Headway.
Headwind.
Yeah, you don't want headwind. That
You don't
slows you
want
down,
butt
right?
wind either.
Yeah.
Dude.
From Uranus.
Okay. Speaking of butt wind.
Are we talking about Uranus again?
Yeah.
Uranus.
Uranus?
Uranus.
Can we all agree on how we're supposed to say it? Because I, honest to fucking God, don't know.
Uranus.
I feel like every time I say Uranus, everyone's looking at me like, you mean Uranus, right?
And you're like, no. I mean, Uranus.
Uranus?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's Uranus.
I think it's Uranus,
I'm pretty sure it's Uranus.
and they've adapted how they say it because too many people giggled about it.
Well, is it tortilla or tortilla?
Tortilla.
I think that's pretty much always mentioned.
Yeah, that's known.
It is known.
No, like I remember, I'm pretty sure, like as soon as we started learning space in like 6th grade or something, like the first, it was like in sex ed when you walk in and they're like, we're gonna get this out of the way now. Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina. We walked in on
Uranus.
Space Day and she was like, Uranus, 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 Uranus. It is a planet. It is a planet that is this far from the sun.
And it's called Uranus.
I know, but it's still, that is the way that it is. Please don't be so immature as a 6th grader.
I still laugh. I still laugh.
And isn't it spelled like U-R-A-N-U-S?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. And it was a precursor to your being like a short slur thing in text.
You're so full of shit.
You know?
Whatever you're about to say is fucking, you're full of shit. Well, and shut up. Uranus.
Dude. Yeah, that's how they spelled anus all the way back to like the Romans.
So,
Yeah.
which came first? Uranus or anus? Well, obviously. Do we need to rename Uranus, you think?
Well, after we found out that it lets out solar winds.
Hot solar winds
Yeah.
too. At that.
Do they smell bad? Is it methane?
Probably. If it's hot. I mean, most shit that's hot smells bad.
Gator,
Like,
you're the expert on solar winds.
Methane.
Will you tell us what kind of gas is being expelled from Uranus?
Methane gas.
methane?
Yeah.
No,
Dude.
that's definitely wrong.
I was raised to believe that the rule of thumb was always if it's hot, then it's gonna stink, right? Like that's
Yeah.
It's physics and shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful because you can get some particulate matter going through there and
But there's been plenty of
those
times
high pressure situations.
that it's not been hot and it still stinks, and I don't know what that's about.
It's cold,
Sure,
like dry ice, kind of.
yeah,
Like the food that's been in the fridge for like 7 months.
fair winds, right?
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't remember our Fairwinds was a sponsor, dude?
Yeah, Better recognize our sponsors. What's up, Fairwinds?
They're like dryer sheets, but for your underwear.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways,
What would we name it if we named it something else?
What, Uranus?
Yeah.
My anus?
Your nutbag.
like Bob. Can we call it Bob?
Anal.
Just name it something worse. Like scrotum.
Tesla.
Boo. Fuck that.
LaCroix.
I like LaCroix.
You would.
Well, fuck you too, then.
You would.
Chop.
Crap. Whatever they just called it. Crap. Doo-doo.
It's just literally a pile of shit. Like the whole phrase.
Shit.
All lowercase. Like it doesn't even get a capital letter.
The planet shit.
So today I had to drive to Dallas, and for the last few days, my work truck's a Tundra. It's an '08 Toyota Tundra. We bought it brand new, 0 miles in '08, right? And we've been driving the fuck out of it. It's got almost 300,000 miles at this point. It still runs like a fucking champ.
So 14
Badass
years
truck.
old.
Badass truck. Anyway, I jump in it. Or the last few days I've been driving it, and like I hear this like kind of rattle, you know? And I don't really know. I'm testing everything, right? I'm hitting the brakes and listening. I don't really hear it. And then I hit the gas. I don't really hear it. Roll the windows down. And sure enough, I'm cruising. And it's just like click, 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 click. I can hear it. What the fuck is that sound? Well, today I had the truck this morning backed up into the driveway. And I was like, going to take off.
And you're like, oh, somebody put truck nuts on here.
And as I'm walking out to the truck, I look into the back just cause I didn't want fucking shit to get stolen or something, you know? And there was a Bang energy drink can that had been smashed flat, not like crunched up completely, like squashed, but just smashed flat lengthwise, and then thrown in the back. So what it was doing, and I took it out, threw it away, problem solved, fixed it. And what it was doing was it was getting that like wind cycle in the bed of the truck, and it was just blowing around, clanking back there. And that's why I couldn't figure out what made it do it. Because it wasn't the brakes, you know, it didn't do it.
Uranus' solar winds were making it flying around back there.
My solar winds were blowing it around. So yeah, I fixed the Tundra this morning. I threw the fucking Bang Energy.
You have the opposite reaction that I have. Like, I'll be driving down the road and the car will start making a funny noise and I turn the radio up.
Yeah, ignore that.
Fuck that shit.
You might have to pay for it.
That sounds like money I don't want to spend.
Yeah, this was a cheap fix.
Turns out I can still drive as long as that noise is going on. We'll be alright.
Then you start to rely on it. You're like, all right, as long as this noise is going on and know it's still running.
Or you just like always carry a can you throw back there?
Yeah, maybe that's what... So that was the thing, is it's the only thing back there. The bed was completely empty, like even swept clean. It was nice. And someone just threw a can back there. And that's what's been clanking around back there for a week now. So, my point is, if you know somebody with a really nice brand new truck, throw a can back there.
I threw a cigarette butt in the back of the Tundra on the way in.
Nice. Thanks.
You're welcome. This way you don't go, like, investigating the whole entire truck just to find a cigarette butt. You know?
Well, I don't think I'll hear that bouncing around.
You think.
Maybe so.
Like, I keep hearing something.
Have you guys ever fucked with, like, something, you think something's, like, going bad, something's wrong, and then you realize it's just something stupid? No?
No, usually it's actually bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually it's the other way around. Think it's some bullshit, and then it turns out to be really bad.
There was a little while where my car wouldn't idle, which was super fucking cool, because then you basically have to drive with 2 feet and, like, hold the gas and the brake at the same time.
Oh, that's
like,
good for it, too.
Yeah. Like, just enough gas to, like, keep it from dying.
Or you can drop it into neutral every time and rev the engine, right?
Right, but I still have to have my foot on the brake.
True.
It's an automatic.
Yeah. But if it's in neutral...
You still have to have your foot.
True.
Well, anyway, I thought it was a funny story.
But you don't make your brakes and your tires fight each other.
Yeah, but what's the fun in that?
I agree. Let them fight.
Fuck them. That's what I always say. Oh, I have another story from my Dallas trip, too. And this is an Am I the Asshole? Okay?
Yeah, you are.
Probably so, but check it out. So, driving up 35, I need to take a piss, and it's pretty serious. You know what I mean? I put it off for way too long at this point. And,
You're just outside of Waco.
That's bad for your balls.
I pull over. Yeah, the balls are just full of piss. So I pull over. It's there's like a McDonald's and a Jack in the Box right next to each other, and the McDonald's has a line going all the way around it. I'm like, fuck that. So I go to the Jack in the Box, thinking that, you know, it's 8:00 in the morning. It'll be open, you know, and there's only 2 cars in the parking lot. But, and this is going to matter later, there's an 18-wheeler parked in front of the store, like not in a spot in front of the store. because he's unloading shit and pallet jacking it inside through the back door, right? So that's the situation. I park. Obviously, the truck is blocking my entrance, you know? So I walk around the truck, even give the dude, like, pallet jacking shit inside. I give him, like, a, hey, what's up, good morning type thing. And I walk to the front door and grab it to go inside and take a piss. Locked.
Ooh.
And now my options are either go into the McDonald's over there, which I've already decided, fuck that, right? Or jump back on 35 and continue on for however long. Or take a piss in the Jack in the Box parking lot, you know?
You wouldn't be the first person to piss
So-
in the Jack in the Box.
No. That's not even, like, really that bad of a thing, right?
Whoa.
And that's where my brain went.
Whoa.
Dude, everyone pisses in the Jack in the Box parking lot. This is okay.
And it's 8 a.m. Who's going to believe you're doing it anyway?
I'm
They
amongst-
expected it 2 or 3 a.m.
I'm amongst the degenerates. We're cool here. So, I go back to the truck, I open the door, and you gotta remember, I backed into the spot, so my truck is literally facing at 2 cars widths is the 18-wheeler, you know? The back of the 18-wheeler where this guy's pallet jacking. So I open the door and start pissing, and then the dude walks around with the pallet jack, and then immediately is just like, I couldn't hear him, but I could see his face and his expression. And he was just like,
you
fuck.
could feel his
Yeah.
reaction.
He was like, God damn it, this motherfucker's over here pissing. And, like,
Did he have to pull his pallet jack through the piss?
no. I'm
Okay.
on the other side of the parking lot.
Downhill from him.
But I'm standing there, I've got the door open, and I'm looking through my window, like, right in his fucking face, you know? And so he comes around, locks eyes with me, and then it's just, fuck, God damn it. And he walks back around the truck, and I can see his feet under the truck, he's just fucking standing there. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to finish it up, but, you know, you gotta,
Now it's going to take extra long.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I stand there and piss for what seems like an eternity. And then right as I'm like trying to shake it up, and I maybe even prematurely like putting it away because I'm, you know, getting some splatter. And then he comes walking back around and I just have to like wave to him and be like, yeah, I know, I'm a piece of shit. We got to get the fuck out of here now.
Yeah.
So am I the asshole?
Nah. You're all good.
I don't
man.
think there's an asshole in the story, honestly.
What would you have, like, would you be upset if you were the guy?
Nah, I probably would have laughed.
Or would you just be like, that guy's taking a piss?
I probably
in
would
the
have laughed
parking
and
lot?
been like, look, it's a cock but smaller or something like that.
So he knows exactly what happened. I was thinking about it after I left. I'm trying to, you know, empathize with his perspective. I gave him a what's up when I was going to the front door. Like he saw me try to open the door. He knows it was locked. He also knows McDonald's is fucked. Fuck that, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like as a man, we just have to have some mutual respect here, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta piss in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
You're okay, man.
So I'm not the asshole in this one.
You get a pass. Yeah.
I'm still an asshole, but
Now,
It would have been
the
really.
Jack in the Box worker that got there after you took a piss and had to walk through your piss to get into work,
he doesn't care.
they might think you're an asshole.
Nah, he's all hungover and fucking stoned.
That's right anyways.
It would have been cool though if you like ran over to the guy and like you like shook his hand and you're like,
Dry your hands off on your pants.
you're like, hey, it's great to meet you this morning. You have a good day, sir.
Dude.
Don't mind all that back there. He's like, oh no, man, you are all good.
This brings up something good. Can you forego the formalities and kind of like awkward situations? Like, can we just forego the handshake at Pluckers? You know?
What do you mean?
Like, if I walk up to a table of people that are eating food at Pluckers,
Oh, and they've all got the wings shit all over their fingers?
dude,
Come on, man.
like, can we just forego the formalities? You know? I feel like there's certain situations.
Are y'all on the... Dude, it's gotten so awkward since COVID, because some people shake and some people want to, like, knuckle bump, some people want to elbow bump, you know?
Some people identify
And so-
as stupid.
So you go in for a handshake, and they go in for a knuckle bump, and then you both feel stupid.
Yeah.
I feel you.
What do you do there? Do you just...
You commit.
Yeah, you commit. You try to do all of them and then act like it's a secret handshake that you both knew the whole time. You know?
Do you just knuckle bump their handshake?
Yeah. And then you go for handshake and they knuckle bump yours.
You grab their knuckle bump within
Yeah.
your palm?
Yeah.
That does suck when you're the... It's bad when you're the going in for the handshake and you grab the hand, you know, like their hand wrong, you know? But it's so much worse if you go in for a handshake and your hand is wrong and you get your hand's bent. You know what I'm talking
Dude,
about?
so I was just
Yeah.
I was just at a job
Like
site.
you're gonna kiss your fucking hand.
Yeah.
Dude. Never mind, bail.
I was just at a job site.
many
and
options.
While we were doing introductions, when I got there, there was a lady that we went and we shook hands, right? And it connected. It was good, right? Good, solid handshake. But then, like, I went to go pull my hand away, and she like didn't let go, and so she was just like holding my fingers and her handshake while I was like trying to pull my hand away, kind of. You know, like we got a solid handshake. I'm expecting a solid break as well. You know?
Clean break.
Yeah.
She's gonna hold your hand.
But yeah, she just like held my fingers and was like talking to me, and I was like,
That's an old people thing.
Can you
though.
stop touching me, please?
yeah, can I have my hand back?
Old people be doing that though.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe she loves you.
Maybe it's the first human contact she's had in like forever.
It certainly felt like it because it was awkward as fuck.
Cheers.
Tink.
She's like, "Oh my god, this is what it feels like." Yeah,
Touch another human being.
yeah.
To touch a shop.
Where'd she touch each up?
On the hand, silly.
So it's like it's one thing, right?
You
Like,
should've- you see-
everybody's gotten like the fucking what do they call it? The like fish handshake or whatever.
The dead
That's what I was
fish.
talking about. Like,
The dead fish.
Yeah, or it's like just a loose fucking, and they don't
Limp
like
wrist.
actually shake your
Oh,
hand.
And
Yeah,
they don't
that's
squeeze.
that's bad.
It's the dead fish.
This was like a combination. It was like we got a solid handshake, and then I did a dead fish on her because like I was expecting to pull my hand back.
Oh, she alphaed you, dude.
You played dead. I played dead.
Do y'all remember watching the Trump videos when Trump would go in for a handshake and he'd grab it, and fucking hold it, and he would pull him towards him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking alpha move, dude.
Yeah.
If you do that to somebody.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. So she alphaed you, right? Because you had to go limp handshake, and now, like, you're the one that pussed out, you know?
So, how do you react when you go in to shake a dude's hand and and you misjudge it? You go in firm, what you think is the appropriate amount, and he clearly squeezes your hand harder than you squeeze his. Do you make up for it and try to squeeze harder before the break?
I do one. I'll turn it up just a little bit, right? But this can't turn into...
We can't just go back and forth.
Right. If he tries to one up you at that point, you need to break and then just be, and you're mentally, you need to make a note. This guy's kind of a prick.
This is the kind of shit that they should teach in high school.
Dude, and it seems like such a simple concept, shaking hands, right?
It's really not. It's quite complicated.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
So-
it's tough, man.
And there's a whole conversation that happens, like behind the whole interaction, right? Like no matter how it breaks down, like whether you fuck it up or whether you go in for more firm than they give you or
I think
vice versa, like
that's the problem with the handshake is there's too many ways to fuck it
too
up.
many variables.
And there's only one way to get it fucking right. You know?
It
So
takes
can we
practice
just-
and dedication.
Okay, first thing, can we all agree then on like a fucking universal standard of you go in firm, but not like I'm going to rip your
rip
fucking
the
hand
line
off.
Right.
You get one up and down, and then you clean break. Into
See-
fucking handshake.
Kind of depends. Like so there's been certain situations in business and stuff where I'll shake and it's two up and down.
What about non-business?
Non-business, I often go away from the handshake and give the little like half high five slap, pull in like for a hug type deal. Like
the
a bro.
The bro hug.
The bro hug.
Yeah.
What about when you go in for a handshake and they go in for a hug or vice versa?
Okay. The beauty
That
of the beauty of the hug is that's where it ends, right? Like that's as far as that goes. Period.
No, that's not true. Everybody's been hugged by somebody just a little bit too long.
Okay, I'll give you that. But in general,
You
All
got
right, sure.
what do they call that guard? You got to break guard or something.
Okay, but I will say this. With a hug, if you're going for the bro handshake, like the clap and then like 1 pound on the back with your fist hug, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's an easy transition. If somebody goes for a hug and you go for a handshake, you turn it into a bro hug, you grab their hand and give them a...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chop gets what I'm saying. And then they're like, a lot of times they're like, okay, it's not weird. And also, you let me know that everything's cool regardless of the misstep on the handshake. Right?
Yeah, you correct it. You make it all better.
Yeah. And if you get the
Customer
handshake
service.
wrong, you can go straight for that. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of straight to the end, right? So I don't know. I feel like it's a solid move if you botch the handshake right out the gate.
What's great too is that it's a variable, right? It's an audible. So you can go in.
I'm calling an audible.
You can
If
go
you
in.
fuck up the handshake and you get the fish hand.
If it's like in an in-between of like, hey, I don't know if I should hug this person or handshake him, you go in for the handshake and then you can audible and go, all right, cool. And then pull them in for the bro hug.
Exactly. Yep.
What if if you fuck up the handshake, your hand doesn't land right, so they've got, your fingers, they're gripping your finger, then you just commit to the hug,
Yeah.
no matter who it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight up, dude.
All right, so riddle me this,
Works.
though. If you go in for the handshake like I did, get a solid handshake, and then you go to pull away, you end up getting alpha by this bitch, and she's holding your fucking fingers. Do you try to, like, grip again and reconnect?
Elbow, dude. Elbow right to the connection. Sever that connection, you know? Then you gotta follow up with the other elbow straight to the nose.
Or do you just go hard, and when you separate the handshake, do you just, like, yeah, fucking rip that shit out?
Nah, bro, you just commit and start, like, rubbing your thumb up and down on that little spot between their thumb and their index finger.
There you go. That's how you turn the tables back on them, is you take your
Fucking
other
make
hand
it
and put
weird,
it
bro.
on their hand.
Other hand is the right call.
Yeah.
You, like, on the outside, so their hand is like a hand sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I thought we were doing the normal thing, but we're gonna get weird. All right, let's get weird. Yeah.
She holds onto your hand, you put your hand on top of hers, and then you go in for the, like, whisper in her ear.
It was very nice to meet you.
And then she'll sever that connection.
It's really been a pleasure.
Oh no, this is a misstep. Bail.
See, this was business, so I couldn't, like, really do that.
Oh, it's super fun when you do it in those settings.
I was like, not only was it business, but I was, like, surrounded by her entire, like, staff also, you know?
Bro hug. Should have gone straight bro hug.
If all else fails, just bro hug it out.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it is the best default, I feel like.
I feel like even in an old person setting, like you're talking about, I feel like you could still pull that off. Because you have the bro hug,
This
you'd be
wasn't
like,
like,
hey, it's nice to
this
meet you,
wasn't like
whatever.
super old, though. This was like mid-40s.
You
Yeah.
can still bro hug.
Yeah, still. I'm telling you, it's a win all the way around.
Dude, so like, all bro hug, so that audible I was talking about, where you fucking shake hands and then you can go in for the bro hug, that is awesome for like extended family, where you're like not sure how cool you're about to be, you know?
Mhm.
Like maybe an uncle that you only see like once a year or something. Yeah, you go in for the handshake, and then if it's like, yeah, and then you can bro hug. Or you can just handshake and be like, I'm gonna keep my distance.
I don't trust you. You know?
Dude,
Not so sure about your tactics.
the one hiccup in the audible is like if it's a pretty lady,
You probably shouldn't go for the
you
bro
probably
hug.
shouldn't go for the bro hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get the fuck out of there, right?
Yeah.
Bail.
I think it is important to know the etiquette, though, and I feel like we should come up, or just agree on a universal standard of...
What if we just do a fist bump? You can't fuck up a fist bump unless you miss. But then
Bullshit, dude.
What if you get arthritis?
Half
or
the
something?
handshakes are fucked up with a fist bump. What are you talking about?
But if everybody committed to the fist bump,
Why can't everybody commit to a handshake?
Dude, why can't everybody have fucking iPhones? I don't know.
Wait. I have a solution.
I don't know why everybody can't have
I don't know.
iPhones.
I have a solution. So the handshake, when you go to reach out for a handshake, it should be like at your fucking chest level, right?
Mhm.
If you're gonna do a knuckle bump, go low. Because low knuckles are fine. You know what I'm saying?
Unless they commit to the handshake at the same moment that you give them
commit
a
to a
low.
knuckle. Exactly.
Now you look like the asshole.
Now you got to uppercut him.
Now you got an audible to bro hug, dude.
Hold on, I'm gonna write that. Audible to bro hug.
I mean, that's standard operating, right?
Also, I feel like it should be fair game to declare. Like, going into the interaction, you should be able to go, Knuckles. Or,
If you give Knuckles, calling Knuckles right before you give him that's a good game plan, honestly.
Should you announce?
you shouldn't call handshake, though.
Yeah.
Don't call handshake. That's weird.
You're gonna walk into it. You're like,
Handshake.
Dude, call bro hug, dude.
Bro hug. That was so awkward.
Okay.
Every time you go in for a bro hug from now on, you have to call it.
rock,
It
paper,
does,
bro
okay.
hug.
You can call bro hug as long as it's a really fucking close homie. But, like, anybody that's not super fucking close, it gets weird.
Wait, how we do it? No, but super close homies just always go straight for bro hug.
Yeah, but it's okay to be like, oh, bro hug. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine.
Knuckles.
Knuckles is totally fine.
Dude, I'm gonna make
you
it my mission in life to start fucking people up on purpose.
You start mixing it up. You call Knuckles to go for the bro hug.
Dude, the most offensive thing. They come in for the bro hug and you go, nah, Knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying about if you do the low knuckles and they commit to the handshake at the exact same moment, now you look like the asshole.
You took the low road.
Yeah, you should take
That's why you declare Knuckles before you give the low Knuckles.
Declaring is that's unique, bro.
I'm pretty sure Knuckles is the only one you can declare. Out of everything,
I agree.
Knuckles.
Yeah. That's the same way I approach little kids. I'm like, oh, hey, little kid, what's up? Knuckles.
yeah.
And they either do it or they get all shy. You know, little kids.
But I want to go ahead and just lay it out there. The universal standard should be
Bro.
And also, if you're going for a handshake, solid grip, up and down one time, solid clean break. That's it.
You can bounce twice, I think.
Yeah, that does suck if you think it's going to be a one shake deal and then you try to sever the connection and they go for a second shake.
All right, then here's how we settle this. Solid grip, one up and down, and then hold firm for like half a second. If it doesn't go up and down one more time, you clean break. If it does go up and down one more time, as soon as you hit bottom,
there's too much nuance.
A fucking clean break.
There's too much nuance because you also have to take in consideration the grip. If it's a grip person, they might come out super strong, and you might correct to go to either equal them or go one up, right?
And usually, if it's a strong grip person, there's going to be more than one shake.
This is important, though. I feel, exactly more than one shake, and I also feel like if you grip up, you don't grip up to one up them. You grip up to equal grip.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You can turn it up a little bit, but you can't. This game will just keep going until someone gets hurt. So you're fighting.
Yeah, you're gonna fight. And I feel like after the third up, like somebody's throwing down. You know,
we're not friends anymore.
Oh really? Oh really? You know. Turns out our hands are tied. It's a left-handed battle now, boy.
And as soon as he goes back for the overhand right or overhand left, that's when you go in for the bro hug. Really throw him off, but call Knuckles.
Dude, call Knuckles, bro hug.
What? What just happened?
What you're gonna want to do is turn your blinker on, signal that you know you're supposed to pull over.
And then when you separate the bro hug, you just uppercut him.
Yeah, got him.
Oh.
It's established now.
It is written.
Write it up.
Well, I'm glad we got that all squared away.
We all agree then.
Yeah.
That's an important topic. I feel
man law?
Yeah, man law. That's important.
Dude, I really feel like the knuckle bump is the best one. You know, it's the least likely to transmit COVID or any fucking anything. It's the least likely to fuck it up. You know what I mean?
I default handshake. That's my...
Dude, there's a
but yeah, I agree. I'm not a Knuckles person either.
There's like generational gaps here, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about...
Knuckles is super casual, and if I'm doing business, I'm going to shake his hand. You know what I mean? Or her hand, whatever.
Well, and I'm not like an 80-year-old dude. I'll probably shake his hand, you know? Like, I'm probably not going to go Knuckles like, hey, old dude, what's up? You know?
So, we're all in agreement then?
Yeah.
Because I want to move on from this. I got some shit I need to get off my chest.
We've been wearing out the old
Explain
palms on this handshaking business.
It's important.
It is. It is super important. I feel like it falls right in line with our fucking, our thing, right? Like whiskey and mustaches and beards and handshakes.
I feel like my kids are all going to listen to me ramble on for fucking, you know, however many hundreds of episodes at some point in their lives. And I want them to at least learn a few things. And I feel like that's an important thing that they should learn.
We didn't teach them anything. Nothing.
Yeah,
all right,
they're more confused now than they were before it started, right?
Wait, so Knuckles?
Wait,
handshake or bro hug?
Yeah.
All right, go on, Chop.
Situational awareness.
So I got a cocksucker of the week.
Situational awareness.
So, I hate to be this fucking guy and harp on this again, but it's a bicyclist.
Mm-hmm.
However, this cocksucker, this particular flavor, this was some next level shit, alright? So, I wasn't even in a car this time. I was walking.
Were you flying?
Were you on a bicycle?
No.
Is it an
Oh, you were
airplane?
the cocksucker of the week?
We were landing, and I saw this guy. And
He was just pedaling down the runway like a fucking jackass. No, so I left my hotel. I'm going to get some food, right?
Runway.
where'd you leave your hotel?
Where I was.
Oh.
Where were you?
I was in Houston. I guess that's important because, like, everybody in Houston's a cocksucker. But,
You didn't, like, drink the
Especially
water or
on-
breathe in Houston, did
That's
you?
not fair to say about people from Houston. What if
no,
we
I think it is.
What if we have people?
No, they know. They know. You know what you did.
So I leave, I walk out the door, right? And I
Elite?
turn to go walk to the fucking restaurant.
Toothache. Elite.
Now, there's for lack of a better term, a biker gang, right? It's like 400 fucking bicycles all running a red light together, right?
Do they charge you to walk down the street and stuff like that?
So they're riding down the entire motherfucking street, and I saw a guy, like, get off and, like onto the sidewalk and then fucking, like, do a wheelie around a traffic cone or something and hop off the curb, right? So I keep walking and I'm like, well, yeah, fuck these guys. And
Oh, yeah.
so one of them comes up on the like, you know, where the
Sidewalk?
crosswalk is, where like they have the little ramp up or whatever. He comes up right there and he pops a wheelie. and he's riding directly towards me. So I was like, oh, what a fucking clown. And I kept walking, right? Took a couple more steps forward. He's still going directly at me. And I was like, all right, really fuck this guy. And I just stopped, like stood still. And he still kept coming right at me. He got to maybe like a foot away from me, swerved, dropped his wheel, and then rode off, right? So involuntarily, completely out of my control, I leaned over my shoulder and went, dude, go fuck yourself. And about three to four of his fucking bicycle homies and him all turned around and went, what'd you say? And I went, go fuck yourself.
Hold on. What
Did you not hear me? Let me say it loud. Penis.
So, and then I kept walking. But this motherfucker straight up wheelied like directly into my fucking face.
You? He wheelied at you?
me. Yeah.
Yikes, man.
On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk. While all 400 of his fucking homies were in the street.
So these weren't the guys that are riding in a race or something.
No.
Okay. What's up to sidewalks keeping me off the streets?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. So a bunch of dudes riding bicycles together. I mean, that's what you did when you were 10, right? Like, they're not even inline skaters. They're not. Now, look, if there's a bunch of skateboard motherfuckers and you say go fuck yourself, you're probably about to get your ass kicked.
You're going to get hit with a skateboard. You know?
But a bunch of bike riders, I think you're safe. You're safe from those guys.
Yeah, probably so. But it is Houston, you know. You never know. Some of those 10-year-olds riding bikes in Houston's are strapped.
Seen it.
And pretty much everybody in this crowd was like 20 plus.
Riding their bikes?
Yeah, fuck them.
This particular individual was riding
They were being a particular individual?
I don't even know what to call it. Like, it was a bicycle. It wasn't a BMX bike. Like, it didn't have pegs or anything. But the tire was, like, kind of fat on the front, you know? Like, probably 3 inches across or something. Big ass oversized tire.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And like a beach bicycle, kind of.
And just the fact that they're all riding around and like going through stoplights, you know, nobody can do anything because there's like 20 of them.
Oh, no. This was hundreds. Hundreds.
Y'all about to get exploded. You ever see some of those videos?
Yeah.
They get hit by cars.
See, that's the thing, though. You can't, and for some reason, bicycle guys are the ones that do it. You can't just ride your bike in the street and be like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah,
we're taking over this shit. Because you know what? You're going to lose, dude. A cement truck that can't stop, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how much you're like, fuck this guy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or how much right away you think you have.
Yeah.
If that fucking cement truck doesn't stop, you're fucking dead.
Yep.
I guess he's dead now. I guess that's what happens when I hit him with my cement truck.
If you can't keep up with traffic, you shouldn't be on the streets. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless there's like a fucking bike lane or something, then by all means go.
Stay in the
Yeah,
fucking
go
bike
fuck
lane.
yourself.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself while you stay in the fucking bike lane.
Yeah.
It does always make me paranoid that they're going to like fall over right before I come up on them in the bike lane.
Dude, so apparently, I saw like a clip of a stand-up about this, but apparently I guess like the Dutch all just ride bikes everywhere.
Dude, a lot of people in other parts of the world, that's their like main form of transportation.
Like bicycles?
Bicycles.
But this comedian was like asking something about bicycles, and he was doing crowd work, right? And he was like, do you ride a bike anywhere? And he's like, yeah, I'm Dutch. And he was like, what?
I ride a bike
Is
everywhere.
that a thing? Is that like...
Gasoline's $18 a gallon, bro.
Not a gallon.
Yeah, I mean,
A liter.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? That's make-believe, dude.
It's like a half gallon, dude.
Oh, fill it up with fairy dust, huh? Fucking liter. Get out of here.
Yeah, 89% ethanol. Bitch.
Well, so I went back to the place where I got my haircut the last time. It's been 3 weeks already. Just time flies, doesn't it?
Dude, you get your haircut twice in a month?
But no, every 3 weeks.
Dang,
3 weeks.
dude.
So yes, twice in a month.
I guess if there's 6 weeks in a
What,
month.
you in fucking boot camp?
So, this one though, I lined up to do the whole beard shit also, right? And I've only been straight razored one other time. This dude was a fucking ace, man. And okay, first of all.
Hopefully if they offer it, they're good at it, because...
Yeah, you don't...
You don't want the apprentice.
You're like, can I get a straight razor shave on my neck? She's
They're like, yeah, it's gonna be 20.
Yes.
It's gonna be $20.
They go,
You're like, can we cut a deal? Yeah, the apprentice can do it for $5.
we can try. Maybe not. Okay, so I set it up for the full hour. It's 30 minutes to get your haircut. I set it up for the full hour, so I get the straight razor and all that shit lined up, right? First of all, the haircut went just like it always does. And then he leaned me way back and he took a hot towel, and I mean a hot fucking towel, like so hot.
Yeah.
When he goes to put it on, he goes, "Let me know if this is too hot."
Where you
And I'm
shave right out of the shower.
And,
Because your pores are all open.
so that was nice. The one thing that I will say kind of sucks, this is one of those places where like they drink beer.
Was
and
the
they have-
shaving cream warm too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like beer and TVs and stuff. And the Specialist with Sylvester Stallone, doesn't matter, and Sharon Stone, this matters, is on TV, right? And I'm watching it going, I've got to fucking look at James Woods being James Woods I don't know if you know who James Woods is, but I've got to look it up. I've got to fucking look at James Woods the whole time I'm getting my hair cut. And then the sex scene between Sylvester Stallone and Sharon Stone's going to happen. I'm going to get to see Sharon Stone's tits, and that's going to make it all worth it, right? Well, then I get the hot towel thing, and they put the hot towel on my face, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, there's Sharon Stone's tits," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm right here. What the fuck? Get it off of me!"
See, that would have directly reflected in his tip.
Yeah.
Bro, you couldn't have pulled the towel off for like 1 second?
You gotta work on your timing, dude.
Well, what was crazy about it is we even talked about it. I was like, Sharon Stone's going to show her tits here just a little bit. And he was like, yeah, she does that in like all her movies, right? And I was like, well, after Fatal Instinct, or no, what is it?
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct. After Basic Instinct, who cares?
Fatal Attraction was the other one.
That's right. That's, Richard Gere, Glenn Close?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a little bit of a bummer. The rest of it, the whole experience was pretty awesome. He took the straight razor. He lined everything up, did the cheeks. He shaved up on my eyes, like up here, between my eyebrow and my sideburn.
Well, I mean, you do grow face hair like Wolverine.
Right. So, and what's crazy is it's all fucking straight. And you don't realize how not straight it is until someone lines it up straight, and then you go,
No,
damn.
dude, the best thing is you get fucking like 3 or 4 showers before you have to shave again.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping 3 weeks.
No.
Well,
you get 3 or 4 showers. You get 3 or 4 days, and then you're gonna have to shave again.
in 3, when I have to
3
shave,
weeks, you're gonna look like fucking.
when I have
Wolverine.
to shave again, I'm gonna try to stick to the same lines that he's already
keep
got,
those
right?
lines, yeah.
And after 3 weeks, it's like, all right, I need to go get this fixed again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's cool. And I told him, I was like, dude, I got a fucking fat watermelon head that's perfectly round, so I need like some shape to the beard to come to a point. So
In the normal
he
of
was like,
time,
I got you.
in the normal of times, do y'all all shave every day?
Nah.
Every other day?
No, I shave like once every 9 months.
I shave I shave more than that. you gotta clean
Every other day I gotta clean that. Otherwise I look like
a homeless person.
I look like a feel,
See, it goes like you don't have to shave that line as much when your beard's covering it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did have to tell him too. I was looking straight ahead, and he's shaving my like cheeks and stuff and all this.
My
and
head's
then,
misshapen.
And then he goes to shave under here, and he's like, "Lift your head up." And I'm like, "All right, but just remember, I got a fat neck. I don't need the double chin. You need to, that needs to play into today's game." Okay, I got you. And that's the thing. You pay a little bit extra. You get fucking straight razored. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's worth the difference.
Where do you? Oh,
How about this? Supercuts, you get a shitty haircut, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Is what, $30
No way.
after tip?
Is it really?
Yeah, like
Fuck that, dude. If you're gonna get that, dude, go
20
to
something.
go to Sport Clips because you get towel treatment and a back massage.
Well, so he did 2 things. I mean, well,
But
I
they
guess
won't
3
straight razor
really,
you.
because he would have just trimmed the beard also, but then the straight razor was extra.
Yeah.
Out the door, $75 after tip and everything, and that was like 30% tip.
Yeah,
Bro, good job.
$20
So I think it was $55.
and a $20 tip.
Yeah,
That's solid.
just
respect
saying.
it.
That, yeah.
Dude, okay, I will say this. There is definitely a huge difference in going to a barbershop versus like going to get a haircut.
I will say, if you're listening and you're in Austin, there's a great barbershop that does that. I think it's Roach Barber Company downtown. You should go check them out. If you're in
Yeah,
Austin.
I would have gone there. I honestly would have. this place was really close to my work. And
Well,
I just found it.
It's downtown, and
Yeah.
it's hard to get downtown a lot of times. Like that's the hard part. But for people that are listening that are in Austin, that's a great place to go. And they'll do the straight razor and everything.
do they have a crooked razor?
I was going in expecting
I prefer a
$100.
Gillette Mach 3.
Like I had $100 in my head,
Mm.
And so when he gave me the thing, it was like $55. I was like, dude,
Damn.
this guy's getting a tip,
Damn.
and I'm walking out of here for cheaper.
For a haircut, $100. Holy shit!
No, it's a haircut. Dude, it is a little bit awkward though. Can we be real? Getting a haircut and a shave, especially because like they're right up in your face. You know,
Yeah.
you got to like hold your breath and shit.
The most awkward part for me is when I have to ask them to shave my unibrow while they're at that, while they're hitting the rest of it.
So if you pay the whatever $7,500, if you're doing that gig, right, you're gonna spend on it. Fucking tell them that shit, dude. Be like, look, I got a fat head, I got a double chin. I need you to shape all this mayhem up. Just be honest.
You look better.
Yeah, and if you just tell him, that's what he's there for, and that's why it's a cool thing because their goal is to make you look better.
Yeah.
You know.
So that actually applies to more than one thing, including tattoos. If you have like a concept for a tattoo, go and give it to the artist and just be like, bro, make this awesome.
Yeah.
And they will. Like that's what they're
their
fucking good at.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, oh no, this is exactly what I want. Let him fuck with it a little bit. And it probably won't change a lot. You know what I mean? But
They know what works.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to add some shit in there that's going to make it better.
Haircuts are the same way. And there's a huge difference between like a $25, $30 haircut and like a $50 to $75 haircut, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never, I don't think I've ever got more than 75 out the door, ever.
Yeah, I guess unless they come to your house or something, you know, like they really go above and beyond.
Even then, I don't know if I've...
Yeah.
75.
Barbershops
75 is about square for that, even.
Barbershops are a cut above, for lack of a better.
Y'all don't think it's awkward, though, the small talk? I hate fucking small talk.
It depends on the barber.
Yeah.
It depends on the barber. And to me, that's half of it, right? Like, I like to be in the chair and be comfortable. And, you know, I've had a couple different barbers, male and female, that...
Is it a dick move to just be like, dude, I don't want to talk?
No.
Ask me questions about the haircut. Other than that, I don't want to talk.
It would be a dick move if you did that and then you went and peed in the park.
So that's how I approach like every social situation, right? Is I just approach and just shut the fuck up.
You pee in the parking lot and then you come in and...
A good barber will
Make you want to talk.
Will pull it out of you, exactly.
So...
Yeah, this guy...
I've done that exact same thing.
I enjoyed it.
What you're talking about in a lift or an Uber before.
If you were talking about Sharon Stone's tits, the barber did his job, you know?
Yeah. But like I've hopped in an Uber before and been like, dude, I'm tired as fuck. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
And they cut your hair anyways.
You gotta
like,
shut the fuck up or I'm gonna puke in your backseat, guy.
I'm tired.
I'm very tired.
And I'm gonna throw up.
Fucking north. Just go north. I don't know, man.
And he's like, bro, it's 3:00 in the morning. I don't want to fucking talk to you either.
Glad we're on the same
So we
page.
agree then.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of want to continue on the tattoo topic for a minute because I got to witness something this last week that was a new one for me. So my wife got her neck tattooed. So my wife is covered in tattoos, right? Like she's got her hands tattooed, her arms, her legs, back, all of it, right? It's tattooed.
It's not her first time.
No, not her first rodeo. And dude, hand tattoos fucking hurt a lot, like a whole lot. So we go into the shop, right? And she has an incredible pain tolerance. She's good at this. She can sit through tattoos. I've watched her getting other tattoos before. Never a problem, right? So they put the outline or whatever, you know, the drawing or whatever, the stencil on her neck. And the first
Did
line,
she go in with a tattoo or I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So she had an idea or a concept?
Right, yeah. She had drawn something up. She gave it to him. He made it a little bit better.
Oh, that's cool. She drew it herself?
Mm.
That's even cooler.
So first line, dude goes to put in like right behind her ear, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes like, oh, like this is
Something else?
Yeah. And then like 5 seconds later, she's like, holy shit. And then like within 10 seconds, her eyeballs are like fucking holy fucking shit. Like this is crazy.
So that spot, I feel like that spot right behind your ear where it's hard.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even want to poke that with my finger.
Yeah.
There's two places for me in my tattoos. The two that hurt the most is when you get right up on a bone like that.
Yeah.
Or when you get way into tissue like an armpit.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've got
soft tissue.
Yeah, the soft tissue and right up against the bone. Those two are I feel like the extremes of the pain.
What about bath tissues?
So I've got like a sleeve that I've been working on and like right on the wrist or like top of the hand. That shit sucks. And then in the ditch of your elbow, That was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
That was
dude.
miserable.
Yeah, the soft spots hurt just the same as up against the bone.
I'll
hurts,
tell you
bro.
what hurts.
And then on the sleeve, the last part that was really bad was the
Did you tattoo your
the
dick?
forearm.
My ball sack, dude.
No,
That shit hurts.
no,
Yeah. You want
No.
to see it?
You have to
No.
stretch it out first.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they pin it down,
See, I feel like that's
stretch it
bullshit.
out like
I
a
bet
canvas.
that wouldn't hurt that bad.
How
Your ball
does
sack?
how bad does it hurt, Gator?
Like fucking bad, especially when it pokes through the other side on accident. You know what I mean?
What'd you get on there?
I did it myself. I got my initials.
Just the first two.
Just Gator
Gator.
on my balls.
You ever see the shirts with the little alligator on?
I have
the
to look at it in
breast
the mirror and like backwards in order to see it. It's upside down.
pocket?
I knew a guy that he's got tattoos all the way down his arms, and he's just got a lot of tattoos. So I know that he can handle it. And he says the worst tattoo he ever got was right on top of his big toe.
Yeah.
He was like, that was the fucking hardest.
Fuck that. You ever fucking stub your toe? Fuck that, dude.
So I can speak from my
Leave my
experience
toes alone.
And I bet that wasn't as bad as right behind the ear.
Dude, my
Yeah.
toes are too hairy to tattoo anyway.
And that was a dude that
No, shave them.
And by the
acts
way,
tough and shit.
the wife was a trooper. She made it through. She was
Did
struggling.
she have to take a break? Did she tell him?
Well, so they took one break, but it wasn't because of that. It was because they finished the outline.
She let
and-
him keep going.
Dude, honestly, somewhere between 1.5 and 3 hours is appropriate break time period.
Mhm. And this was about 3 hours. It was right in that
Damn.
range.
Yeah.
But just speaking from my own experience, ditch of the elbow was probably my worst. However, I have one that goes down onto my ribs a little bit. And when they were on my ribs, that shit was pretty miserable. That was hold your breath. Cause
Yeah. Dude, I'll bite
It's
down on
fucked up.
something. I usually will have a t-shirt or a towel or something fucking rolled up and in my mouth, dude. I'll bite down on some shit.
mhm.
For me, the worst was I have a line that goes kind of up into my armpit, and when they got up into my armpit, that
Yeah,
shit hurt
that
really
was-
fucking bad.
I didn't say it because I already mentioned the ditch my elbow or whatever, but that was about the same. Cause my sleeve kind of goes up into my armpit a little bit too, and it was about the same as the ditch. It's one of the, it's the same price.
And when I did my calf, that's an interesting one because it's all one or the other. There's not a lot of normal tissue there. You're either up against the bone or it's all fucking muscle and fat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, dude, my leg start to finish was that was definitely a harder run than when I got the quarter sleeve.
So this is a completely kind of weird one, but I tattooed myself one time, and I don't know if we've talked about it on the show or not, but
Tattooing yourself is crazy.
That-
I've done that too.
fucking I have tattoos in the same spot on the other leg that didn't hurt that bad. I know that spot doesn't hurt that bad, but I think it's something to do with watching yourself stick a needle in and fucking just the pain.
Yeah, if you see it and you have to
you
see
can visualize
if
it.
you're
And, yeah, and
doing it yourself, you have to see it, right?
Right.
Like a big way that we get by with having other people tattoo us is we don't fucking watch them do it.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
just
mean?
feel it and you zone out. and
Yeah,
you think
dude,
about
fucking
it.
close my eyes, bite down on the towel, fucking let them go,
So I have a thing about, I don't like needles. I'm not going to pass out. Everything's cool. I'm going to be fine. If they're drawing blood or getting a tattoo, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see my own blood while they're sticking me, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
And so all of my tattoos, at least, they're all in pretty easy spots. They just don't look. And I don't know if I could do the tattoo yourself thing. Maybe there's a little bit of, you blank out a little bit or you don't realize, because
No.
you're focused
You
more on.
realize the whole
absolutely
time.
not. You realize the whole time.
It hurts like a motherfucker, dude.
And it was one of the more painful ones in a pretty easy spot. This is on my thigh, right? It's not a fucking, bone or a, you know what I mean? It's a pretty easy spot. And like I said, I have tattoos on the other leg that were done by somebody else that didn't hurt at all. Or
What they should hurt.
yeah, just that kind of burning sensation or whatever. But
Well, I've been tattooed by you also.
yeah.
And you tend to drill really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's like,
So there's probably that.
There probably is that. Yeah. Yeah.
So my first one, I didn't even have a gun. I had a needle and some fucking homemade Indian ink, and I just fucking I did it old Tabori style kind of, and just fucking stuck myself a bunch of times and tattooed myself. And,
Yeah,
and it hurt like a motherfucker.
It's weird because tattoos are a crazy thing because I have, a fair amount now at this point, and some of them, I recall being wow, that fucking hurt, really fucking bad. Fuck. And then others, I'm like, yeah, I don't remember getting that tattoo.
I've actually been pretty sober for all my tattoos.
You have to be.
Strange as that is.
I was 100% sober for everything I did on my sleeve. And there were parts that were fine and parts that were fucking miserable.
You want to take shots?
Yeah.
Maybe talk about it?
Rye whiskey?
Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry.
Today we're drinking Elijah Craig straight rye.
I like it. I like it.
I can dig it.
Yeah, everything Elijah Craig does is good.
So I saw the other day that they have created an artificial intelligence, so some kind of extreme algorithm that writes rap songs.
Oh, and they signed it, right?
Yeah, and a record label signed the AI.
Which is scary because that's what people always... The counterpoint to AI is, well, they'll never be able to write poetry or they'll never be able to, create a sonnet or... Oh, that's poetry, but same thing.
Maybe a haiku. Also poetry.
What about the AI, decides that it's making something that's good or not good?
See, I don't know that it knows if it's... Well, I guess it would have to because they're saying it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like...
So it's making some kind of
decision. Is it somebody
decision.
tweaking an algorithm to make it output this stuff? And they're like, oh, this sounds cool. Stop messing with it.
Tink.
Or it's like they just said it and forget it. And they're like, oh my God.
Well, I think it writes more than, one.
Is it just writing lyrics or is it doing all the music too?
So it's been programmed enough to know that it's writing good lyrics.
Of course they're coherent and they make sense, but was there a deeper meaning or a story to them?
Well, no, they were created by a robot. It doesn't go that deep.
So how come they're signing them?
Because it
Is he
turns
committing
out...
Heard
like
any
cyber
rap music
crimes or
for the
something?
last 20 years?
I'm about to blow your mind, dude.
He's a cyber criminal,
I'm
dude.
about to blow your mind. There's
He runs bots.
There's a career path out there that exists that is real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
And you
Whoa.
and you sign them, and you pay them 3% so that you can buy a house that you're gonna fucking buy anyways, right? And then 3% of a house is a lot of fucking money. So they make a lot of money and they don't really do anything. And as unfortunate as it is to say, I feel like music and whatnot in a lot of ways today is created by a lot of people that don't do anything.
Wow.
And so wait, someone has to make the music, someone has to write the lyrics.
Somebody has to
that may be
record
two
it.
people.
Somebody
But
has to produce it.
I'm saying that at this point, I think we might have finally reached the point where the music and shit is dumbed down so far to the point where now a robot can do it.
I don't know if I can sell a record without any music on it. You've been doing that all year.
And then we smashed our shit. Yeah.
yeah, I kind of want to listen to it. I want to listen to it and see
If I like it.
what if it's
what
really
if you,
good.
What if you like it? Yeah, I know, right?
I bet the beat's good.
Yeah.
What if
dude,
Post
it comes with
Malone's
some
AI?
fire beats.
What if Post Malone's AI?
He is
And you guys just
AI.
been
Have you ever
like-
looked at him? He doesn't sound anything like he looks like.
Dude, I watched an entire special of Post Malone doing a cover of a Nirvana album, and it was fucking dope.
Yeah, boy can sing.
I didn't want to like Post Malone at all.
Nah, but boy can sing.
Yeah, he's talented, motherfucker.
He is a talented
And he was playing
motherfucker.
guitar too.
I was just talking shit. He really is a talented motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, though.
He's AI. He doesn't actually do any of that shit. It's an algorithm
Exactly.
that was written.
But that's the thing. Will we ever reach a point where AI will be able to achieve musical accomplishments like his?
Yes.
You think so?
So
I think
You're like, wow, AI learned how to play Nirvana and performed in front of a bunch of people.
I don't know.
That's cool.
and they can create holograms too, right?
Yeah.
So at what point does it become more lucrative from a label's perspective or from a producer's or
They can have multiple shows a night in multiple locations. You could be LA, New York, and Houston
yeah.
all in the same night.
You're not paying tour buses.
Yeah,
You're not paying
it's
roadies.
it's
You're not-
holograms and show shit. Like it's not the artists themselves per se, right?
Yeah.
It's literally not even a real person. They use an algorithm to
Yeah.
design the person,
Yeah,
and then they
In the metaverse,
They're
we're talking.
they're gonna
Now we're talking.
drive our trucks and fucking pick our crops and
But if they're
in the metaverse.
if they're writing rap music, then if they're being creative, how about that? If they're being creative and they're writing music,
Yeah.
at what point What do we do?
No. So here's
What are we even here for?
Here's the thing: is
Quality control.
They're not being creative, but like musicians have been not doing anything for so long, and it's declined so much.
That's some
That we
boomer shit.
finally-
Go fuck yourself.
That we finally have reached.
Maybe just the
point.
shit you're listening to.
Okay. I'm sure it's just me, I'm sure it's just me.
That was the most boomer shit I've heard you say in a long time. I'm not saying a lot.
That is saying a lot, dude.
No, but for real, if
Dude, the older I get, the more I think I'm Homer Simpson.
I always kind of imagined AI supplement, like, what if it did all the shit work, the work that people don't want to do. So then all we're
like
left,
writing songs and producing beats.
Where do you draw the line?
so then all
What's
we're
up,
left to
Taco
do,
Bell,
all we're left to do is be creative, It produces the fucking McDonald's and shit. But if you want to create a meat, like a meal, an experience, then obviously it takes a person. It'll create like beats and shit, but if you want to create a badass song, then it takes a person. At the point where it can do everything. It can satisfy all your, like, it does everything.
Mm-hmm.
What are we even here for? What are we even doing here?
To program the AI, motherfucker.
Dude, we're just
But
gonna,
once it's programmed, we can write a AI to program AI.
we're gonna do what humans do. We're just gonna beat off to infinity, bro. Like,
Well, mostly to holograms.
Hold on, I gotta write that down.
Until your dick falls off.
start to finish, fucking pleasure, right?
Damn, I didn't even think of the repercussions of what I just said. Holy fuck.
What's that?
They're going to be able to AI generate whatever it is that you want to watch on Pornhub.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Like exactly what the fuck
they
you
already
want.
did that. The dude in Houston is trying to open up the place where you can go to fuck robot, dude.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different.
No, you put on a VR thing and you see whatever you want to see.
Yeah.
That's a VR thing.
The
No,
AI
but you're
just,
fucking a robot.
You're still fucking a robot.
Dude, that's so nuts. Oh my god.
AI is just going to pull your brain waves and be like, all right, he wants a...
But that's what I'm saying. We're just gonna become sloths.
You ever see Wall-E?
Yeah.
Even worse than that, though. Like, more than that.
Yeah, Wall-E was dumbed down for the children.
Right.
Yeah, people are more fucked up than that.
Way more fucked up than that.
Yeah, it's gonna be murder, rape, fucking.
So we're just
bullshit.
gonna get to experience, because the purpose for AI is to make our lives better, right? So we're gonna program that into it, and as it gets more and more complicated, and our lives get easier and easier, and then at the point where we don't even have to create anymore, we just consume,
Yeah,
and then we just sit back and
Daddy made
Pleasure
me
ourselves
content.
with
listen
death.
and watch and
we literally pleasure ourselves to death. You know?
Well, and what's crazy, it's going to get to the point where they can produce so much content that we'll never have enough time to consume, right? Because, like, I can watch
You
YouTube,
won't even
right?
make
I
it
have,
all
like,
the way through the library.
I have maybe like 5-10 YouTubers that I follow and watch on a regular basis, right? But they put out videos, every 3 days, 5 days, whatever it takes them to record something and, master it and then put it out, right? When AI does it, they'll be putting out content like several times a second.
Every minute, yeah, for sure.
and it'll be exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll know that, and it'll write it specifically for individual people, all instantaneously.
But that means we're building
Okay.
we're building
all Blake
ourselves
shit will have
into
a
a
Texas
position.
flag on it, dude.
We're building or we're writing code or whatever we're doing. We're working ourselves into a position
A
of just
juxtaposition.
being just a consumer solely. That's
So-
our only purpose, is to consume. And then when the AI gets to a point where it's so advanced, it knows, well, if we want them to, and which isn't that far off, it already is doing this. It goes, we need more people to consume this. And they do nothing other than consume. And now they have to force more consumption into an already satisfied person.
Right. But okay, hear me out on this. There's certain things that I think will never be able to be satisfied by AI or a predetermined set of
That's
variables.
what people said
right?
about writing poetry.
Now,
and rap songs.
Now, hear me out on this. Like watching a football game, if you know if it was a predetermined outcome, it was just a script that the AI was playing you, it wouldn't be very satisfying.
Dude, I love football. I love watching football. I can sleep through football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golf, even more so.
Yeah.
But I don't like watching golf.
I don't like watching golf though. I like watching football. A lot of times I sleep through football and then I wake up mad because I slept through football.
Yeah, you wake up and watch the fourth quarter.
I sat down here to watch football. God damn it!
You watch the first quarter, second quarter, fall asleep during halftime, wake up and watch the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If you do it right, if you fuck it up, you fucking wake up to the Steelers game.
Oh no, nobody wants that.
But you can't tell me that, like sports is the example that I can think of off the top of my head. But like, if you knew if it was a predetermined outcome, it was a script, it was something that was written, it's reality fucking AI TV,
Like a movie.
yeah, then it wouldn't be nearly as satisfying as like,
People watch movies all the time.
right, but they don't watch.
Dude, but algorithm.
Dude, I bet Rudy fucking wins at the end or
No, dude,
feels good at the end.
It's
He
smart.
actually
It's
doesn't,
gonna
but-
adjust. Your shit's gonna change, and the AI knows that, bro. It's gonna change with you. It's gonna
Damn, my
start
head just
directing
went
the
so
living-
dark.
you know,
Holy
yeah.
fuck!
Yeah.
Did you just fall down a rabbit hole?
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. I think I hit that about 10 seconds before you.
No, like super dark. Like it just start like they're like, oh, this guy wants content about fucking.
They
murder.
feed it. They feed the frenzy, bro. It's
No,
AI.
they force it. That's where I'm at.
Cult murder bullshit, and then they just feed that to you until all the humans kill themselves and AI takes over.
See, that's the thing, though. I don't think AI wants to kill it. I don't think it's going to want to kill us.
What's fucked up is
I think it's going to want to force shit down our throat, like where. What is it when they force food down a duck's throat? You know what I'm talking about?
Or a pig.
Yeah, or a pit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
waterboarding.
Force feeding.
They're going to force content down our throats until they kill us.
Yeah.
Better be good
And we're going to
content.
die from just overconsumption.
Overconsumption.
I thought a lot of people already died from consumption.
I think everybody just about.
Whoa. Guys, I just came back. I blacked out there. For a minute. What happened?
Huh?
All right. I'm going to take a shot.
All
Take a
right.
shot?
So back in the real world, the only thing that really matters, sports ball. Let's talk sports ball. We're already here.
All right. Go.
UFC just happened,
I missed it.
and it was fucking phenomenal.
I watched the highlight reel, and it seems like it was a pretty gnarly one.
So
But I missed it.
A banger?
it was a banger.
banger.
It was a banger for sure. It was a banger for sure. Had all the great things that you look for in a fight. Had some big names. Had a lot of this guy lost until he won, including the championship. Usman lost by a late head kick in the 5th round, and but won 4.5 rounds before that. And then Luke Rockhold, kind of the same thing. He got beat up. Well, no, he actually lost the fight altogether. He got beat up all the way though through the fight. Went to the judges and he lost. But I have to call out Luke Rockhold because he retired in one of the best ways that I've ever seen somebody retire. He got beat up for 3.5 rounds or 2.5 rounds, whatever. And in the last half round, he somehow gained top control and he rubbed his blood.
Which by no means he was winning the
No,
fight.
he was losing the fight.
He was just happened to be on top.
He was a bloody mess. He looked like somebody took a fucking cheese grater to his face.
Like he just crashed a motorcycle.
Like he crashed a motorcycle at top speed, like 200 mile an hour crash on concrete, It was bad. He got his ass beat, dude. He got it handed to him. But he somehow gained top position and he just rubbed his face all in the other dude's face and was like, "Taste my blood, motherfucker." Blah, blah, just true. It was all heart, the fact that he was still
I don't know if that's
conscious.
heart. That's kind of more balls, I think.
What does blood taste like?
Well, it's a fine line between heart and balls that late in a fucking fight. You know what I mean? Those dudes have been fighting for 20 minutes. It's crazy.
42 minutes.
Something, at least
Math.
at least
Couple
112.
days or something?
Yeah. They were mad. They were mad for sure. Rubbed his blood all in his face. And he retired. And then his post-fight interview, he was like, "Bro, I'm tired. I'm old. I'm too old to be doing this shit. I'm putting my gloves down. I'm done. I lost my last fight, but I also proved my point." Kind of, dude, walked away like a cowboy. I
I bet
don't
he
know.
had some wicked diarrhea.
It was
after that.
literally one of the most graceful losses that I've ever seen. Handed
Just because he was a
losses.
dick for a minute? I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here.
Yeah, he was a dick for a minute, but he was a dick for the last minute. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. It showed that he hadn't ever given up, right? I
Dude,
guess.
and-
At the very end of the fight,
Bro, to his point, he was old.
He
and
was still talking
and he
shit,
gassed
but
30
still-
seconds into the fight, bro. The rest of it, he walked around like a zombie. And
but
got
I'm
his
saying the reason
ass
it's
kicked.
entertaining, watching a dude get his ass kicked for that long isn't that entertaining. But the fact that he came
Watching him come back from something like that is
and be defiant, right?
right.
In the very final moments, he's still defiant. He's still
Yeah, and he's still alive. He got his ass beat, dude, by a professional fighter for fucking 15 minutes.
Well, he's professional too. Let's not cut it short here.
Yeah,
by a peer. Dude, Paulo Costa's a nasty dude.
Yeah.
And from what I could tell, I just watched the clips. Looks like he beat the shit out of Luke Rockhold.
Oh, bad enough, dude. Yeah, it was a true Silence of the Lambs moment. You know, like
And
he
to
was
pull
wearing
back-
somebody else's face.
And to pull back from the Devil's Advocate thing, Luke Rockhold is a fucking Spartan, and he was carried out on a shield. You know,
I didn't know he was Greek. Or no, he's not Greek. What are Spartans?
Spartish.
They're from Sparta, right?
They're definitely Mexicans.
Spartish.
Definitely Mexicans, dude.
I hear what you're putting down, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that like.
So I got a couple takeaways from
Yeah,
the UFC.
it was. I guess it was It was a moral victory,
It
right?
was definitely a moral victory, dude. It was cool to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. I had a good time.
Do you think they'll write a book about it?
But wait, we didn't even talk about Kamaru Usman.
Well, that's next. That's
He
what
did
I'm
the
talking
same
about now.
thing. He won the whole fight for longer. That was a 5-round, and he went for 24
days,
minutes,
25 days?
23, 24 minutes, and then got his head kicked in.
So I
And
only
handily won
watched the
fight.
highlights. Let me say that again. Only the
right.
highlights. And when I jumped into the Kamaru Usman, what's his name?
Leon
Edwards. When I jumped into that clip, it opened with fucking Daniel Cormier talking about Leon's got to do something here. He's lost every
Every
round.
round. Yeah.
He's got to go for broke. The only way he's going to win is with and it cuts off when he kicks him in the fucking head. And dude, he falls stiff as a board down to the mat and they have to carry him out.
It's changing of the guard, boy. This is the beauty of fighting. You never know, man. You never know. Usman is clearly a better fighter, clearly a better champion, clearly more qualified all the way around, clearly winning that fight start to finish. It just takes one. Just takes one. If you have the heart of a lion and you can withstand that kind of punishment for that long and still somehow find your way on top. Now, the little difference is Luke Rockhold, he still lost that fight. You know, Leon Edwards, you know, he pulled the trigger and got a head kick and he won that fight, even though he lost that fight all the way to that point.
So my initial response to the Kamaru Usman knockout was, I thought about Matt Serra beating George St. Pierre. I was like, dude, that happened one time. And then the champion came back and destroyed him.
Dude, what about homie that beat Anderson Silva for the first time?
So
Same deal, right?
in my head, at least, right after watching it, I was pretty convinced that Kamaru Usman, they're going to go back and fight each other. But Kamaru Usman has a chink in his armor. You know what I mean? He's got an Achilles heel. At this point, he's been knocked out, not just knocked out, but straight starch.
Knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. And dude, his brain is not,
Scrambled.
it's not going to be the same. So even if he can come back and beat Leon Edwards, and I think he can,
It's going to go one of two ways, right?
there's a bunch of people in that weight class that are hungry now, and they're like, dude, I can knock him out like that.
Oh,
You
the
know?
whole weight class got shooken up by a Leon Edwards fucking kick knockout for sure. And it's there.
So I don't know. I don't know if Kamaru's, I think Kamaru's going to come back and beat Leon Edwards. I think that's what's going to happen.
It can go one or two ways.
But I don't see Kamaru Usman being near as dominant from here moving forward. I think this is the start of the end. This is the start of the decline.
He's either going to not come back from it fully, or he's going to come back better than ever and wreck shop on everything. One of the two.
But I feel like it's
Maybe.
80-20.
Again, he's so higher class than everyone else. He's going to come back and win for a little bit until some other shit goes. But this was his first stumble. This was his first, he can be beat. And not only that, he's going to get knocked out easier. He's getting older. You know what I mean? So he may win the next 3 fights before his fucking knee starts hurting also. And he gets knocked out easier.
Hey, you never know when some fucking 50-year-old Randy Couture is going to come back in the picture, though.
It's just one thing. It's one thing that matters. And I feel like it's the start of the end.
So, a couple other things I took from the fight. How fucking cool would it be to have Bruce Buffer as your, personal hype man? Like, everywhere you go, you just got Bruce Buffer. Like, you walk into a room and Bruce goes in first. And he's like,
And now,
oh, dude.
Chop entering the room.
That would be so fucking cool.
That's a good Bruce Buffer.
I need Bruce Buffer as my, personal hype man, you know? Like, just walk around with me everywhere I go, introduce me.
I wouldn't
Bruce
like
Buffer.
it. I'd be
It would
"Where's
probably
the-
get old pretty quick.
Where's the mute button?
I mean, I guess you got to leave him at the door when you get home. You know, you definitely don't want him
No,
going.
you want to take him into the bedroom, dude.
in the bedroom, dude. That's where you need the most hype, motherfucker.
Feel like you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Is he going to be all announcing
He
everybody?
wakes everybody up.
Yeah.
Dogs start barking.
I know. Shut the fuck up, Bruce. God damn it.
Nope.
He's trying to sneak in here.
He's only got one volume.
The main event of the evening. It's a 3-wiper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would get old pretty quick. But I hear you talking.
All right.
What if it was...
If you could pick and choose when you brought him along, right?
It'd be fun.
Any important business
Just
meeting?
For hire.
He'd be an AI Bruce Buffer.
He's just for hire. Like, hey, I'm going to this party tonight. Hey,
I'm
Bruce.
What's the app where you can pay people to say shit?
Cameo.
I wonder if Bruce Buffer has a cameo.
He
I bet he does.
Yeah,
He does.
That would be epic.
Mm-hmm.
That's worth it. You know what I mean? I've always said if you're gonna pay for a cameo, like it should be. Don't get The Rock. You know, because The Rock is just gonna be The Rock. Like I don't know. You want the voice. That's what it's about. That's the whole fucking gig.
Yeah, you want Bruce Buffer or David Attenborough, right?
Well, so I got
Yeah, dude, for sure. David Attenborough. You could get David Attenborough to say some fucked up shit. That'd be fun.
So I did
Or maybe like the.
So she slowly took her panties down.
Is it Castellaneta, the guy that does Homer, or Bart, the chick that does Bart? That would be dope because
So-
it's got to be iconic.
I did a cameo thing for one of my friend's birthdays a couple years ago, and I got the dude from Futurama.
Oh, that does every fucking voice.
He
Yeah.
does Fry, Zap Brannigan, Zoidberg, Farnsworth. Like he's the cast of Futurama.
That guy,
Yeah. It's like Billy something, I think.
Billy West.
Billy
West,
Idol.
Yeah. And that was fucking cool because he did like a happy birthday thing, but like in all of those different voices, you know?
Mhm.
Like it was recognizably Fry, Zap Brannigan, Zoidberg, Farnsworth. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was cool. But like a random motherfucker that doesn't have like a distinguishable voice in any way, really.
Even if it's distinguishable, it's just like, hey, I'm fucking. Hey, it's Sylvester Stallone. It's a happy birthday, you know? Like, dude, nah.
Alex Jones, too.
I don't know. He's got a pretty recognizable voice.
I got Silent Bob, you know? Silent Bob. This is nothing.
He just nods.
Drinking beers.
Do we want to talk about this? The difference between the straight rye and the regular Elijah Craig?
I like
Nah.
this shit.
All right. Do you like it better? Do you really like it better?
I might. I'm a fan
It's
of rye.
comparable. It's honestly, it's about the same to me.
Here, I'll drink some more.
Yeah, let's try again. We'll see. I'm curious to find out. I bet I feel better tomorrow. How about
Inquiring minds would like to know because knowledge is half the power.
that? How about I bet I
The
feel
more you know.
feel better tomorrow over the rainbow. No, the reading rainbow.
Butterfly in the sky.
So apparently more people are doing cocaine in Colorado than like anywhere else, which is hard to fathom that like really New York and LA? No, Colorado.
What is the metric? Is it like per capita or is it like,
And how do they measure it?
yeah,
I think it's per household, family of 4.
4 out of 4 in Colorado?
They just average it like whatever the husband, the wife, and the kids do all average together.
All average together, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just
Also, like-
qualify everybody that smokes weed also does cocaine. You
Also,
know?
are they like taking in like an amount of consumption? You know, like because there's motherfuckers that might
No,
do
I
a line
think
of
it's a
cocaine
yes.
like every 6 months or something, and
I
then
think-
there's motherfuckers that like
I think it's a yes or no.
do cocaine.
I mean, if they were, I would want them to average it. You know, like okay.
But how much?
So maybe they do a little bit more cocaine than the average person, but if you take and average it amongst their whole household, see, then it's kind of more reasonable.
Yeah,
The funny thing to me is that the spike is in the exact center of the entire country. Like, how is the spike
No,
outside of California, Florida, New York?
so there's two things here. One of them is, it's Denver. They like to party, right? But the other thing, on a more serious note, is the implications of weed's legal and very prolific there.
There's a lot of snow.
Agreed.
Can we agree on that?
Weed's legal in New York and California, too.
yeah.
I bet cocaine usage is high there too. I bet it is.
I bet it's not.
There's not any
That's
snow
a
in
terrible
those
bet.
places,
Are you
though.
kidding me? That's the worst bet that you could ever make.
So,
There's no snow in those
do you
places.
think
But
there's
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy that Colorado, in the center of the state, like the hardest point even to get it to from a smuggler standpoint, right? Like,
Do you
right
think
It's
dead
got to
in
be
the-
per capita as well because like think about it, California. There's a lot of motherfuckers in California
and New York.
and New York,
And
both.
there's snow in New York.
And there's not a lot of motherfuckers in Colorado. Like Denver is Colorado
Yeah,
I
but there's
think
a
what
lot
it
of
is
snow.
all the people from New York and California go to Colorado,
and bring cocaine.
and yeah,
But I want to ask: is there implications of where weed is legal? There tends to be more illicit drugs.
I
No.
hope so. Oh,
You don't think so, Chop? Really? Really?
Maybe by like the
I know
smallest
that
of margins.
The knee-jerk reaction, because we wanted to defend it, right? We want weed to be legalized, so we don't want to attach that stigma to it. I would also say, I bet more alcohol is consumed where there's more illicit drugs. I bet that's the case.
I bet you're wrong.
I bet you where there's cocaine, there's alcohol. But
Yeah.
I would bet that
Well, I
weed
bet that alcohol would
legalization.
be everywhere.
So, like in a legal state, I would bet that cocaine consumption goes up less than 10%. Like I would put hard money down on that.
On what, the cocaine or the marijuana?
Yeah, those two things don't
Both.
populate together.
What? Weed and cocaine?
Not as much as people think they do.
You mean like in Denver?
There's like a percentage of people that smoke weed that do cocaine, but like there's way more people that smoke
Also-
weed than do cocaine. You
So-
know what I'm saying? It's not a 1-to-1 situation.
So,
You have to also
again, I'm just
consider-
playing devil's advocate here. Just don't fucking hate me.
No, we're going to hang you after this episode.
But what I'm asking, what would your defense be if someone said, do you think that the cocaine epidemic in Denver is because of the legalization?
I would
of
say
marijuana?
no. I don't think that's the case. I
No.
think it's because Denver, like
Everybody
mostly
that wants
has
to go
a-
skiing from New York or California flies into Denver and brings cocaine.
all right. But I'm going to get to that in a second.
On airplanes?
Yeah.
I'm going to get to that in a second. What I was going to say is that Denver has a relatively young crowd, like if you were average the age of citizens in Denver compared to, let's say, New York, right?
So they like to snowboard rather than ski.
Right.
Yeah. That's valid.
Uh,
Snowboard bros are definitely doing more cocaine than
also,
cocaine than the skiers, bro.
also, right next to Denver, you have Boulder, right? And Boulder is a college town.
They got them rocks in Boulder, man.
Boulder is a
Boulders.
fucking college town, like 100%.
So is Austin.
Yep, that's true.
kind of.
Round Rock is closest, but they don't got
Kind
no
of.
boulders around here. Woo.
Austin is a city built around being a college town, whereas Boulder is a fucking college town. Period. End of discussion.
Okay, Lubbock.
Same.
Yeah.
That's a college town.
That's comparable.
So how then is Colorado getting more cocaine than Texas?
So hold on, I want to.
What I think is that I-35 and I-20 cross
I think
somewhere
we
in
don't know.
Colorado.
We don't know how they're getting these numbers, right?
right. Well, and that's what I was going to say.
I think the
I'm
east to
calling
west
bullshit.
highway and the north to south highway meet right in the middle of Denver.
I'm calling bullshit on the numbers,
They don't.
like per capita or
Sure
whatever.
they do.
If they're talking regular cocaine usage or whatever, maybe like of residents. But you're fucking lying to me if you don't say that Vegas has the highest per capita cocaine use in the fucking world.
Yeah, obviously your stats are skewed or misinterpreted or something.
Yeah.
Whether it was intentional or not, clearly everybody knows there's more cocaine in Vegas than anywhere else.
And there's nobody
Period.
else living in Nevada. Ever.
Bro,
It's a
I,
desert.
I tripped on the sidewalk outside of Mandalay and skinned my knee and got super high on cocaine, dude.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, I think
definitely
in Florida.
more.
I think in Florida.
They put it in the
Really?
concrete.
There's more cocaine in fucking Colorado than Florida?
That's what I
Miami.
was-
Miami is.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
Miami's like literally known for being the cocaine capital.
So Florida and Nevada both intuitively are bigger cocaine
Somehow it all
destinations.
ends up in Colorado.
In Colorado.
Right dead center in the middle of the country, bro.
Yeah, something doesn't feel right.
I want to
Either
know
somebody
who's-
did some poor
who's pulling these
reporting.
stats. They just went around and were like, "Hey, do you do cocaine?" And the motherfuckers in Colorado were like, well, "Yeah,
Yeah. Everywhere else they're like,
No.
you do. Get out of here. I'm not talking to you.
Go away.
Colorado, they're like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. So, bro, hug.
It's like the census. They sent out a form in the mail. They're like, "Hey, can you tell us if you do cocaine?"
Fucking, do you got any cocaine, man?
No, they're like, how many people live in your household? And they're like, mushrooms and cocaine. What? Oh, is that not what you were asking?
Please provide.
Also, Denver does have decriminalized mushrooms. I don't know if that pertains at all.
Did y'all see where, speaking of Miami, where they're deporting the homeless
Oh, yeah. They're sending them to a fucking island, dude.
in Bermuda Triangle?
We already did this once, right?
In Australia.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what's crazy is if you're a a criminal, you can't go to Australia anymore?
And
Yeah.
the way Australia started was they shipped a bunch of criminals to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck you think you are, man?
You think you're better than me?
Dude, I'm gonna fight the fuck out of Australia.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
those guys.
I like the idea of sending all the homeless to an island. I get it as much as the next guy. But goddamn, that are we not
We should send like half the therapists also.
I mean, okay, I'm down. Can we send lawyers too and bicyclists?
Fuck yes, dude. I think they're like top of the list.
I think they're all the same.
We just send all the people we don't like to an island.
Yeah. They're
Can
just,
we-
They
Wait,
got bike lanes.
I have a better
everywhere.
idea though. Instead of like, ruining a perfectly good island, can we send them all to Atlanta and then just like nuke outside of Atlanta so that it breaks off into the ocean?
I hate Atlanta.
Me too.
I hate fucking.
So
So-
Houston. Houston would be even better. But
Houston and Atlanta.
Okay, point
Dude,
and
and I'm a Texan and I don't like Houston.
Point-
How
yeah.
fucked up is
point
that?
and counterpoint here. They're sending all these homeless people to a pretty desirable destination, I would imagine, right?
It's an island.
It's an island. It's got a beach. There's the ocean.
in Florida,
They're gonna fucking it's gonna be pretty awesome for the homeless.
Oh, can you send me to an island?
So on the one hand, I'm like, hey, maybe we don't waste this island on them. But then on the other hand, I'm like, dude, the first hurricane that comes through this motherfucker, they're gonna be living in fucking tents. They're gonna be living in lean-tos. It's gonna wipe them the fuck out.
Bro, that's
And
what
then
they
they're-
were living in before they went to the island.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But now they're living on an island in a hurricane.
Yeah, but
And
it
they
wasn't
all
much.
die.
and there's no help.
They weren't much better off though in Miami.
And then all the politicians in Florida are like, oh no, all the homeless die.
Bro, like a few years ago, Miami
Yeah,
got.
dude.
Bro,
You
like,
only get one though. That's the problem.
like a few years ago, Miami got hit with like 4
Hey,
hurricanes in like
there's
2
a
weeks.
lot of openings. Come on.
You only
ship
get
a
one.
lot
You can only, as a politician, you get one. Where you can be like, "Hey, we're going to send all the homeless to this island," and then they'd be like, "Oh no, the hurricane."
Dude, look, check it out.
Like
dude.
right before the hurricane, they're like, hey, homeless people, you want to go live on the beach? Sounds dope, right? Free cocaine, it's right there.
Y'all are still missing the point. Like, they're just as bad off in Miami as they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, hurricanes hit the fuck out of Miami, too.
Yeah, but they're like right there with Miami. And they'll get all the help
Yeah, they
and
hide between the
supplies.
buildings and stuff. No, we're putting them out there. We're dangling them out there.
Yep.
Take them first.
It's a sacrificial lamb. I don't know.
Move them to the wildfires of California, you know?
All right, the Whiskey and Whiskers website is up at whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, there's links to our Patreon account with pledges starting at just $1 a month. At whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com, you can also find links to the show no matter how you choose to listen. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Pandora, Audible, everywhere. There's also live feeds to our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on our website. Go check it out. We're on the That's Not Canon network. There's tons of great podcasts, no matter what you like to listen to. Comedy, if you're into the murder porn shit, if you're whatever, you just go check them out. That's Not Canon. Most importantly, if you made it this far in the show, you're a bad motherfucker. whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Click that bad motherfucker link. Your donations keep the show going. This allows us to keep bringing that fire, keep drinking these bottles, keep making you laugh. So go to the website, click the link, and subscribe. There's some perks there too. Once you become a member, go see what's up. Go to whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com and donate to our Patreon. New episodes every Monday. New content all the time. We'll see you next week.